Hey gamers, welcome back to Banished Souls Official. Captain Cryptic here. So, Empire Management, what is the best way to get the pieces of 8 and the sovereigns that you want? I've been getting asked a lot of questions. Hey man, you were just at 150 sovereigns. How are you already up to over 1,000 now? I want to show you. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure a few things set up first. So you want to make sure you can get an entire aisle. You want to make sure you have those completed routes. That is important to have completed routes, guys. When you look at this, you want to see exactly what's connecting in. I have the red aisle, so I'm just grabbing stuff that connects to that. And of course, using those leases and keeping things funded up. And I have ships out on automatic pickups. There seems to be a question right now, why are my ships not picking up my pieces of 8? I've got them assigned, it's not picking it up. We're going to cover that in this video too, guys, as well as a lot of really great stuff for you. So you can see we've got some 10 set up over here. I started off the way I did last time, got these 4, got them up to 10 pretty quick. Then I started to focus over on the books. I've been kind of bringing up some of these to 5s and 6s, and I was bringing them up to 7s, 8s, and 9s, waiting to get those 10s because they are 4,500 per. But when you look at this factory, to answer the question about why my ship's not picking it up, we have a level 5 here. This will hold a bank capacity of 1,000. A level 4 will only hold about 400 or 500. So if you're taking a ship such as this one here that will hold 610, that ship will not go pick it up till the bank hits that limit that's shown there. So you're better off to use a ship with a smaller limit doing multiple pickups than a large ship that's not going to be able to pick it up at all. So that's why it's not picking up. Your bank is not hitting that margin that tells it, hey, it's time to collect. I hope that kind of explains a little bit better. We'll repeat that one more time. However much that your bank holds, that ship needs to haul just under it or right on the dot. I recommend going just under it. The reason why is you don't want to have banks sitting there full and defenses popping up all around you. I've not noticed too much issue with the defenses. I kind of run those for fun, just join in and help people out. It gives you a lot of smuggler points. Great stuff. So we're going to come over here to our upgrades. This book should have been left at whatever you were at when you were at season 1 coming out of it. You want to bring up your smuggler skills. You want to bring up the Sea People's connection and your Empire administration. Now, this is because I'm getting the red aisles, but there's more to it than that. There is Clan of Far connections that are tied into your red aisle. There's also campaigning connections that are going to be tied into that. So you have to bring those up. If you look over in the areas where we have mostly the Sea People, that'd be like this fort right here. Those are going to have a higher return value than these up here that are Clan of Far because I don't have the book completed yet. So I'm pulling off on the upgrades of ships right now, focusing on make sure the materials are ready. So when my 8s start to catch up and I get my Empire built, it's just going to be a simple matter of jumping in and completing those ships. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Though I do recommend that you get a sandbuck up to level 6. It is phenomenal, just amazing. If you haven't seen that, check out that ship build video. Check out some of those solo defenses we're running. A lot of SP to be made on that. Plus, you're going to be able to get leases to be able to open other stuff up on aisles as well. So, and that's what typically I am running the legendary heist when it's something that I know that, you know, connects into my stuff, or I will take it up when it takes up a solo takeover or a hostile takeover where there'll be like 5 people coming in and you just fight your way through it. I've not ran into a whole lot of people this season. I think everyone's using leases right now. I recommend that you save a lease for that rare piece that doesn't seem to want to come up for a takeover though. Highly recommend that, guys. But as you can see, we've got some 5s up here in GW, but we got a few areas that we want to connect in. And this is where it starts to get where every area is going to have something connect. My main hubs like Harufu that has multiple, like 5 or 6 connections. Those are my main focus point right now. We may end up getting more stuff later. I highly doubt it though. I basically had the red aisle last time and ended up with over 3 billion pieces of 8 to spend on other commodity items. People have wondered, how do I have so much sheet glass? How do I have so much of the casting sand and that wood tar? The wood, you know, you can turn those into pitch and the plate glass and stuff. It's because those extra 8s, you can buy that stuff in the black market. I had nothing else to buy. Currently, I've spent all the sovereigns that I had. I came into it with like 5,400 sovereigns. We're now up to 1,110. And there's nothing else inside the black market. And unless they end up releasing something that I need, I have 2 of the Stormwoven Armors, 2 of the Buccaneer's Oath as well for, 4 ships. That's going to give me what I need for different types of things in the game. So is it important to run defenses? It definitely is important to run a defense because you're going to get a boost on a successful defense for 15 minutes. And as far as what that amount is, I don't know if it's set in stone. I've been noticing it at 5,000% for 15 minutes. That's pretty impressive, but that's only if those are funded with silver when they go into defense mode. If it's an unfunded area, then you're not going to benefit from that at all. So definitely make sure you keep your factories funded. So Mega Fort Houston, I do recommend getting that with that lease that you open up over in the pass, the season pass. You're going to get an East Indies lease. When you complete that, I do recommend getting Mega Fort Houston because nothing is going to be able to take that into defense. You can start a defense, just kind of sit back and watch the towers destroy everything. So I do highly recommend you get that. That's going to be a great way to get that up. Plus, you're going to be able to come in and run a lot of those things. You come in, and when you do a plunder, you're going to come in. You want to use your contract, get this stuff set up for right when somebody comes to do an actual takeover on this fort. When it's done, the towers are down, or you can come in and just stay on the back side of those islands on the other side and just shoot the ships that show up. You don't have to worry with those towers and all that kind of mess. Just kind of sit back, wait for that to happen. Whether you take it or not, the defenses drop, and you're going to be able to get that up. But just use the helm lease. That's the easiest way, guys. That's my recommendation to you on that. So we are looking at all of these trade routes. As you see, we got quite a few of them that's completed. Some of them are missing a few links. You can tell that from the white line versus the yellow line, what's completed, what's not completed. So you want to come in and check all of that stuff. Make sure your manufacturers are the level that you want it. I do recommend keeping them at 5s. That's going to give you a bank capacity of 1,000. So regardless of what type of ship you put on it, you're going to be able to pick that stuff up. Now, if it's right close to the Red Isle, you can use something like a small barge. So here's the books I was telling you about, the Sea People, Clanfar Connection. I am currently bringing this one up. Then I'm going to do the Campani Royal Efficiency as well, because that is going to help give us those extra collections off of those completed routes in the Red Isle area. Now, I know that there's some Campani over in Africa and stuff, so it may end up benefiting us to grab those. Like I said, though, you're not really able to take a lot of pieces of 8 with you when you come out of a season. We don't know yet if season 3, if we're going to get to bring the 300,000 again, or if they're just going to reset it completely. So I'm not too focused on getting rich on 8s. There's nothing I'm needing out of the black market right now. So this area, like I showed you, doing these books and getting the Red Isle and just grabbing those few extra completion points for your large hubs, that's going to give you all the pieces of 8 you need. Set your ships up to collect those. You can have up to 40 ships. Obviously, you're going to have 1 or 2 for your own use. I've got 25 active right now collecting, or 26 now collecting, and I don't have to deal with going and picking up pieces of 8 or any of that mess. It just automatically brings it in. You'll see your pieces 8 coming up. You'll see where you're hitting those tiers inside your system as well to get you the sovereigns as you're coming into diamond rank. Once that happens, it's up to you if you want to stop collecting them. I imagine it when it's collecting, you're going to get the 20, or was it 4,300 or 2,300, I think it is, at the beginning, and then they actually reduced that down to 30 on the end of the week to grab bouncing around in that rank. Whether we're going to be able to do that or not, again, I don't know yet. We'll know as soon as we hit diamond rank, guys. But I hope this video has been informational to you. I hope it helps you build your kingdom the way that you want it and gets you exactly what you want, man. But you have got to get the books up. You have to get these things up. Don't just focus on just getting them to 10s. If you have them all at 10s, it's going to help. But having these books is going to be the biggest help to you. Have a wonderful weekend.